YouTube, what's good, is Doogie. In this video, we're gonna be explaining the truth about Pakistan manufacturers. If y'all don't know me or y'all know anything about me, first time watching my videos, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur, clothing brand owner, YouTuber, streamer, all things of that nature. I own a brand named Arrogant Attire, or you can go hit the first link in bio, check that stuff out, or go on Instagram, Arrogant Attire, if you wanna see what I do. But anyways, let's go into it. I got a few points we're gonna go over. We're just gonna go straight from there. Okay, the first point we're gonna go over is how to find. A lot of people are really confused, or they don't really know what to do when it comes to finding the Pakistan manufacturer. So for you guys that are new to clothing brands and things like that, finding a Pakistan manufacturer is kind of similar but kind of different than finding a Chinese manufacturer. Like, you don't just go to Alibaba and look up clothing brand or look up clothes and scroll down and scroll through and see who posts what and who does this and that. I mean, you have some Pakistan manufacturers on there, but for the most part, they aren't. For the most part, Pakistan manufacturers are always 90% found on Instagram. You can go to big brands, like for instance, you go to big brands like Detox brand, Statement brand, brands like that. You can even go to my brand page and go to my followers, and you can scroll down and type in like apparel or clothing and things of that nature, and a whole bunch of clothing manufacturers are gonna pop up. And also, all you have to do is, start a brand page. This is what I found easiest for me. Start a brand page. After you start your brand page, post something on your brand page. Post something. I mean, this if you already have a manufacturer or whatnot. This is just an example. You can post something, and once you post something and it starts getting likes, you're gonna start getting a lot of messages from brands, from owners, clothing brand owners. Well, not clothing brand manufacturers. Like you see right here, bro. I have a lot of messages from manufacturers. I'll just give y'all some right now, real quick. Buckingham Sportswear, Questum Industries, Loyal_Sports, Twin Club, Black B Style International, hoodies and outfits, Tag If Apparels, Anar Sports, Ahami Sports, Worldwide LA, Custom Apparels, Jami International, Similar Industries, Wahab Apparel, Brizzy Wear, a few things like that. A few of those manufacturers, but those manufacturers will reach out to you and tell you, "Oh, I'm a manufacturer. I'm from Blase Blase. I do this type of work. I do that type of work. Are you interested in working with me?" And it's a way. It's a way. In a way, I would say in a way, to get kind of annoying, because they'll blow their phone up and things like that, man. And also, for guys that don't know, when you work in Pakistan manufacturer, you will need WhatsApp, because that's something I did not know before working in a Pakistan manufacturer. You would need WhatsApp to work in a Pakistan manufacturer. So after you find your manufacturer, the next step really is discussing the price. First thing first, I always do is ask my manufacturers, what's your MOQ? For you guys that don't know what MOQ means, MOQ is minimum order quantity. And so that basically means you have to order X, Y, and Z amount to work with that manufacturer. So some manufacturers MOQ is 20, 30, so you might have to order 20 things to work with them. And some guys like always just jump to getting like a straight bulk order without sending manufacturers to work at first. Guys, you always want to get samples with your stuff, because you don't want to order a $500 bulk order and it comes in and it's not what you look like, what you want it to look like, and so that, because you didn't get a sample. Yes, samples are a bit more expensive. They go for probably ×3 more the price they'll charge you for a bulk. But I mean, it's worth it in the end. So man, like I say, after you discuss the MOQ and things of that nature, you're gonna send them your mock-ups, send them your tech pack. And if you don't know what tech pack is basically all your mock-ups in like a file with lines and words describing exactly what you want done, like on what part of the item, what part of the product, things like that. So you're gonna send your tech pack, and then he's gonna just send you a price. You're like, okay, this, that, boom, boom. One thing about Pakistan manufacturers, bro, they don't really get a lot of business. So what that means is they're fiending for business, which means it's easy to negotiate price on, especially samples and bulk. For instance, you can actually rizz up your Pakistan manufacturer and he'll give you free samples. And you can rizz him up for your bulk order, he'll knock you down. One method I found that works the best is I'll contact multiple different manufacturers. And once I find out one which I believe is the best or whatnot, We can start going over MLQs, start going over prices. Once he gives me his price, I'll hit him with the, okay, you're charging me $20 per tee like this particular tee, but it's another manufacturer that's charged me only 17 per tee. And then he'll be like, okay, cool, I could charge you 16 per tee, including shipping costs with custom tags and labels. And you see what I mean there? Like, now you just drop the price down and you got additional stuff like added onto it just by basically giving him a little competition. But one thing to do with the price, man, they will try to knock down your quality. So like, let's say you want to go, you telling him $16 for a tee, and he's like, okay, I can do that. But what he'll do is you'll ask for screen print, and then when you get your samples, they'll be DTF, and you'll be upset. He's like, oh, I changed it because it's the best quality, this, that. No, he changed it because he thought he was going to get one up on you, and he finessed you because DTF is actually the cheapest print. But let's say you get all out of the way, you talk your manufacturer down in price, things of that nature. Also with samples, you can do the same thing. Tell them, okay, cool, another manufacturer can do this for me, so I'll just work with him. You feel me? Also, after you discuss the price with your manufacturer and he tells you the price you like and things of that nature, do not just send a payment right away, man. You always want to get on a video call with your manufacturer to physically see him. And also, you want to get on your call not to physically see him, but physically see his factory. Ask him to take you through every single part of his factory, packaging room, stitching room, all that stuff, because Pakistan manufacturers do have a tendency of scamming. So if you know and see this a factory, legit company, you see 30, 40 workers in there, in the factory, things of that nature, that shows you like it's a pretty decent manufacturer, because you know what I'm saying? If you can see that he's actually legit and real, he actually does this, it's a low chance he'll scam you. And our next point is turnaround time. Pakistan manufacturers tend to have a faster turnaround time, like I said, because they get less business. So working with a Pakistan manufacturer over a Chinese manufacturer is slightly better when it comes to turnaround time, mainly because Pakistan manufacturers will work on the weekends for you. If you ask them, can they work on the weekends, they'll work on the weekends. Like, I have one manufacturer right now. I send him a sample, my tech pack. I said I need a sample done. He's done with it in 4 days. He's done my bulk order in 6 days. And because he doesn't really have to get that much business, he's really one of his only true loyal clients. So like, they value that because they want to actually build a relationship with you guys. So turnaround time Pakistan manufacturers is quite fast because they want to build relationships with you guys to keep on getting business because they're a really small company. Okay, now on to my next point, communication. Communication with Pakistan manufacturers can be up and down, because me personally, I've had bad communication with a manufacturer where I wouldn't talk to him for 3, 4, 5 days. He wouldn't text me. He wouldn't send me updates. None of that stuff. He literally flaked on me for like 3 months, then texted me 3 months later saying, oh, your sample's ready, do you still want it? And we got into a big dispute. I didn't want it, none of that stuff. I found another manufacturer. But now I have a new manufacturer. He literally calls me and texts me for everything. So now if I say, I want this done, that done, he'll call me, be like, okay, is this the right way you want it done before I do it so I can make sure it's right? I'm like, yeah. Oh, do you want it like this? He'll call me. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to see pictures after I do everything. I'm going to see a picture after I do every single thing. So every time he can stitch an arm, he's sending me a picture. He cuts the fabric, sending me a picture. He does a print, sending me a picture. You get what I'm saying? So some manufacturers are good on communication and some are not. You just really have to get lucky with the ones you communicate with, but also you guys have to be the communicator as well. You gotta tell them, okay, I need updates, blase, blase, blase. I need you to call me, blase, blase, blase. That's the only way they really understand, because they don't really understand that good of English. And that brings me to my next point, quality. Quality is my next point, guys. So Pakistan manufacturers are pretty good when it comes to quality, but guys, you have to know your fabric blends, you have to know your textures, you have to know things like that, because you can't just send the manufacturer a tech pack and boom, you pay for it and he gets it and you never put down what type of fabric you want, what type of fabric blend you want. You can put down, yeah, I want cotton, and he gives you the most thinnest, cheapest cotton you can ever get, and you be mad that the quality is bad. For instance, I have 100% French terry cotton tees right now out on the site, bro, and they feel amazing. Like the best quality shirts you'll ever possibly have, but it's because I know my fabric blends. I've made drops in the past where I've told someone 80% cotton, 20% polyester, and it came to me and I'm like, bro, what is this? And when I was saying, what is this? I didn't know that that was actually 80% cotton, 20% polyester, but it was original cotton. It wasn't French terry cotton, because I had a hoodie similar to it and I wanted to do this like same similar feel. So I said, give me 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Came back, it felt like bad. I'm like, okay, I don't like this. But then when I did my research and actually found out the hoodie, the original hoodie, was actually 80% French terry cotton and 20% polyester. Also, guys, when it comes to fabric blends, you also want to know the GSMs of your hoodie. So GSM, I believe, stands for garment size per meter, or garments per square meter, something like that. I'm not really sure, but it's really essentially the weight of the fabric you're using. So for instance, I have t-shirts with 240 GSM French terry cotton. That's like the max amount of GSM you can use for a French terry cotton t-shirt, which means the shirt's heavy and thick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and things of that nature. The lower the GSM basically is, the lighter the shirt. The heavier the GSM is, the thicker the shirt, or the thicker the fabric, and like the heavier it is. So to conclude this video, I have a few more things to say, and one of them is, be aware that Pakistan manufacturers also sometimes tend to be very dirty. Their factories seem to be very dirty, because they have family working there, they have small companies, they have small factories, but they have 6-7 people working at one time, all sitting on the ground storing your stuff. And they have Sprite bottles, Coke bottles, food wrappers all everywhere. So find your manufacturer that's pretty clean, guys, because I've had items come to me in the past, like I've said, with like food stains on the collar, food stains on the hem, food stains on the sleeve, like Sprite stains on the sleeves and stuff like that, which is a big waste of time, big waste of money. But for the most part, guys, I say work with Pakistan manufacturers. I already told you how to find them, and if you really want to find them and you don't really want to put in a lot of work, you can contact me. I'll sell you probably my manufacturer list for probably like $10, and they'll give you like a list of maybe 50 Pakistan manufacturers that have hit me up. I haven't worked with all of them, so that's a disclaimer. But if you don't want to do all that researching and you want to do something the easy way, and you just want to hit me up for the 10, you can just DM me on Instagram. I'll respond. Got a list of 50 manufacturers. Like I said, I haven't worked with all of them. I'm just gonna give you who texted me, who seems to have good factories, things of that nature. You can do your own research on them. But in conclusion, Pakistan manufacturers are pretty good for the most part. I still haven't worked with Chinese manufacturers, because Pakistan manufacturers have been doing me pretty well. So in the future, maybe I'll work with some Chinese manufacturers, but for the most part, Pakistan manufacturers are doing pretty good. And if you're starting a clothing brand, man, or you already have a clothing brand, you trying to build your brand and stuff like that, man, keep going, because, hey, man, you keep going and lock in, be consistent, anything can happen. Your brand can blow up like this. But with that being said, man, it's your boy Doogie. And if you want any more clothing brand videos like this, go ahead, hit the drop a like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. But just comment that you want more videos like this, because for the most part, I post vlogs, lifestyle videos, 2K videos, things of that nature. And we out. Bow.